Coming up next on Parent Connection, a conversation about foster grandparents. Welcome to Parent Connection. Today we have guests from Seeds for Success who are going to tell us about their new foster grandparent program. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you for having us.
It's so great to be here.
Well, tell us first a little bit about yourselves.
Sure. I'm the Executive Director of Seeds for Success. My name is Najiba. And
my name is Anita Green. I'm the new Program Manager for Seeds for Success. I started in the program in September, and I'm excited to be here today.
Well, first of all, tell us, what is foster grandparents? What is this program?
Sure. So the Foster Grandparent Program is a national program. It is federally funded, and it's under the Corporation of National Service. And essentially what we try to do is to recruit eligible men and women who are 55 and older to volunteer within the school setting, working with economically disadvantaged youth in an academic setting. So we help with, well, these foster grandparents would help with behavior issues, tutoring, any type of work that they need, maybe moving them around the school. It gives youth that need that special extra attention support.
Specifically reading and writing, it seems that those children really need help in reading.
Right. And the program started in 1965 with 800 volunteers, and today there are over 30,000 foster grandparent volunteers nationally, and they work with over 280,000 children.
And I think what's unique about your program in Anne Arundel County is that it is specific to the schools. Your volunteers will work in Anne Arundel County Public Schools, correct?
Yes, we're targeting the Title I schools in Anne Arundel County with the low-income children.
Okay. Tell us what's the goal for the program in Anne Arundel County? What's your goal?
The goal of the program is to support, again, the Title I elementary schools. We'll be working with first and second grades, and the grandparents, again, as Najiba said, will be assisting our children in first and second grade. And not only does it help the children, we feel it helps seniors as well to keep them active.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sure that it does. And I know that we always are looking for volunteers and in our programs, and the more people, especially with senior citizens, because it is a different lifespan,
Yes.
so they have more life experiences that they can share with their students. So we always like that. And I know that the students love having them in the schools.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. We've heard a couple stories of the program was run prior to us picking it up. And I've heard stories of students just quickly changing their behavior as soon as they saw a foster grandparent in the room because they respected that foster grandparent. They considered them like their grandparent. So it brings a different energy within the room.
Yeah, a lot of bonds seem to be made with foster grandparents and the children throughout the tenure of the foster grandparents. And some of those relationships continue on after the children have gone through the program.
Now, where specifically will they be serving in our county?
Anne Arundel County Public Schools, first and second grade, all the Title I schools from South County to North County, Anne Arundel County, throughout.
So it's throughout our county.
Throughout our
anyone
county.
that is a Title I school
Yes.
will be eligible to
Mm-hmm.
get
And for now,
volunteers.
since we're just starting this program in this county, or picking it up, we are focusing on first and second graders. So we'll be working mostly in elementary schools. But as we recruit more volunteers, we may decide to work in middle schools or other age groups. So for now, first and second graders, which everyone can help a first and second grader do math and read. So we thought it would be a way to really ease and open up the program.
Well, I like the idea that there will be regular volunteers, so it's a relationship building program as well.
Right.
Because we know that our children succeed more when they have a relationship with
That's
their
true.
teacher, and let's face it, our children, when they're in school, they don't know the difference between a paid and an unpaid staff.
Right.
They don't
To
actually.
them, it's just someone who cares about them and wants to help them. So I know that they'll look forward to having that foster grandparent come. We've seen in the past when they have kind of a mentor like that or a tutor
Yes.
coming in, that attendance is improved because they don't want to be absent on a day that their foster grandparent
will be
is
there.
Right.
So how can someone become a foster grandparent? Like, what would the process be?
There's an application process, And once that's complete, we do, of course, a background check. And once your background check is completed and you have a form from a physician that you have to take care of, so your doctor can approve you to be able to work in the system with children. And then we have training, and then we begin to place you in the school to serve.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that commitment look like for the foster grandparent? What is
So
their commitment entitled?
it's 20 hours a week. They can do more. They can be full-time if they want, but it's at minimum 20 hours a week. And it could be, we're figuring out now which specific days we want to give our volunteers to work.
Yeah, we're trying to make the days consistent
across the board.
You know, across the board.
For all volunteers.
That probably will be good for the school too, because you know they have schedules, so if they know
Right.
on these specific days I have the second pair of hands,
Yeah.
that would probably
Yes.
be really beneficial
And
to
I think
them.
it'll be good for the children too, as well, as you said, to know the foster grandparents are going to be there on certain days.
Right.
Well, what's the benefit if I'm a foster grandparent? What's the benefit to me?
Well, there are tons. Aside from having the joy of working with children and helping them grow
Yeah.
and learn, there's a tax-free stipend that doesn't interfere with any Social Security that we provide all volunteers. There are some paid days off, or if you're full-time. When school is closed, you don't have to work that day, which is great. We provide a meal for all foster grandparents at the school for free. We also provide reimbursement for transportation if they drive themselves, and they are insured through our insurance company in case anything happens to them on the job site, even if it's a dental accident.
You're driving back and forth to school, you're covered by our insurance.
Right.
Yeah.
And just a good feeling you get from being in the school setting, having a schedule, contributing, volunteering, I think is probably the biggest benefit.
Yeah, and then Seeds for Success, of course, the grandparents program, we're going to have our own recognition and different events for the foster grandparents as well.
That's right.
Right, and they also get invited to our volunteer recognitions, our volunteer tea at the end of the year as well, because all volunteers do get invited to that. Who else is partnering with you on this program?
So of course, the Anne Arundel County Public School System, which we're really
Yes.
glad about. We're very excited about that. And the various schools. So we are determining based on where we're able to find foster grandparents and recruit and train them, we're placing them in specific schools around them. So the specific schools are our partners. The Department of Transportation has actually become a partner
With us.
they provide free rides to seniors, and therefore they can provide free rides to and from the school site.
And we've already been able to set up a lot of those rides already, because we contacted them, we got all the necessary information for our seniors, and they were more than willing to work with us.
Yeah, but the school system has been our biggest partner, definitely.
So if they need it, then the foster grandparents do have transportation
That's
to
correct.
the schools.
Absolutely, and we
Which
recommend
is really
that.
a hurdle sometimes for some of our
Yes,
volunteers,
that's
so
correct.
that's wonderful.
Yep, and you do have to get cleared with your doctor in order to participate, just a quick checkup. However, if you are disabled and you can still set up and help read, that's fine too. We welcome all volunteers.
That's great to know, and I think that it gives volunteers, sometimes if there's a specific ask, you know, they
That's
know
correct.
what the requirements are, they know what they're going to be doing. People like to do that,
Right.
as opposed to going into it not having a specific job per se.
Yes.
So how can the public at large support this program? What are some of the things that the public could do to help?
But they sure can help us by getting the word out, you know, that we have this program and that we're recruiting volunteers. And as Najeeba just said, we are open to anyone who wants to be a part of the program. We feel that we can accommodate them. The school can accommodate them, you know, if they're in wheelchairs or any type of things like that.
Yeah, so I think spreading the word about the program right now is what's crucial to us, and helping in the recruitment, and just spreading the word. You never know who may be interested.
Right, and
Yeah.
this came through, as you said, as part under Seeds for Success, another nonprofit that we work with.
That's right. So Seeds for Success has been around for 10 years, and we serve children from 3rd grade in we call them our core programs, in 3rd grade all the way to 12th grade, and it's an academic after-school program. And with this foster grandparent program, we're serving children from 1st grade and 2nd grade. So our goal is to have children receive tutoring and mentoring starting right in first grade. And then hopefully we'll put those kids in our core programs and they'll receive continuation of services from first grade all the way to 12th until they graduate.
Which would be wonderful.
Yes.
I mean, that, like you said, having that relationship building and somebody special, you know, because it is a special relationship when you are doing tutoring.
Right.
That you build with the child, to have that person caring about them and getting them through. I think that's just wonderful.
Yeah.
And I've heard of some of the people that have gone through it and graduated and some of their success
They
stories.
have.
Yeah.
We have students who are now in college, who are calling us about financial aid. You know, they're ready for life. They're young adults. They're prepared. And it's because they've built those relationships with mentors that really care about them and help push them along even when times were a little bit hard.
Well, that's great. I'm really glad that you all came and shared that with us today. And we really hope that people who are listening to this will be interested, and we'll put your contact information up so that they can contact you and get an application, fill it out, and hopefully you'll get some more volunteers that'll be foster grandparents.
Yes.
Yes.
We're looking for 38.
We're looking for 38. That's the number.
38.
38. So, and you have about 10
Yes.
or 11. So that's a number we're going to try to help you with, because I think that would be wonderful if we could get all 38 in our schools,
Yes.
working
Yes.
with our students who need it so, you know, like you said, these are students who are struggling, so they
Right.
need that extra help, and that's what we're all about, the student success and helping our families.
Yeah,
That's
we think the
right.
teachers are excited that we have this program, that we're coming, so that's going to be great.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And now we'd like you to get to see the Foster Grandparent Program in action. This is a short clip that shows lots of foster grandparents all over the country working with students and what they do on a regular basis.
I love Grandma Lydia.
She's nice, she's kind, she's a big-hearted person.
She helped me learn to read. Grandpa Bill helped me improve 20 points on ST math. My favorite thing about Grandma Kara is she dresses pretty. I'm a better student because of her. She helps me with reading sometimes.
I wouldn't be able to speak to you in this tone right now without her help.
Being a foster grandparent has definitely given me a purpose in life.
So we go into the classroom and work with those children who are not quite up to their grade level.
Best part of being a foster grandparent volunteer, watching the light up in the kids' eyes.
And you can see their success, and it's really rewarding. Couldn't be more satisfying.
I think that the good, strong, loving, supportive relationship with a child probably is one of the most precious and the most important thing, just as important as a good education.
I came from Afghanistan 1 year ago, and Grandma Kara helped me with some English. I like to read to Grandma. They help me like with everything, with the read and with the writing.
Mr. Wood, I want to appreciate you teaching me lessons that I haven't really been taught. I see you as another father, because my father haven't been in my life.
You've really taken the time to teach me a lot of things that I didn't know, that I didn't think that I could get through.
It's making me cry.
We can make a change. You can make a difference in the kids' lives. We can help out these children because they're our children. It makes a difference that you get involved with young people. I got involved with foster grandparent knowing that if I could touch one person's life in that classroom, I've made a difference in their life for the rest of their life.
being a foster grandparent has been a wonderful, wonderful experience for me, and I'm not going to give it up.
I am so proud of the work that I do here. It is a win-win situation. I help them, and they help me.
I've been suffering with fibromyalgia maybe 15 years, but joining the foster grandparent program has given me new vitality, new purpose in life.
Not only am I helping righteous, but I'm helping myself. Now I'm living again, and the foster grandparent did that for me.
Thank you, Grandpa Bill. Thank you, Grandma Janet. Thank you. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma Carol. Thanks, Grandma Janet, for helping.
Thank you, Mr. Wood, for helping me change my life.
And this offers us a wonderful opportunity to talk about volunteerism in Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Today, Shelley Davenport, our Family Involvement Specialist with School and Family Partnerships, is joining us. So thank you, first of all, for joining us, Shelley.
Well, thank you for having me.
We know that our schools always are looking for volunteers. At any given time, we have between 14,000 and 20,000 volunteers. But I know we've heard from a lot of our schools recently telling us that they need more volunteers to work with students, whether it's in the classroom, one-on-one, in the office. What are some of the things that schools are telling you they would like to see volunteers do?
Well, I think that this is the time of year when, especially right after the holidays, where rigor really increases, and the kids have already gotten their norms in the classroom set, and a lot more is expected of them. And I'm just thinking in my brain of a third grade classroom.
Right.
So some of the things that sort of aid the teachers are the background types of things, so making copies, all of that good stuff. But also they sometimes have parents or caregivers pull children out in small groups to work one-on-one with them, or one-on-one, or just in a little group where they need just a little extra help, or maybe kids that are really excelling and they want to try something that's just a little higher level for them. Now, I come from being a media specialist, so in my role, we always needed volunteers to help with the Chessie Club, and I think most of the schools have something like that. Which is talking to them about their books, or also just putting books away. So if parents haven't thought about volunteering, or they haven't had time in the fall, this, after the holidays, is a perfect time.
It really is, and I know a lot of times teachers want them to come in. They may just have the student read to them for fluency. Correct. Because they're trying to get that natural rhythm of reading in. Sometimes they might be working with sight words. Other times they might be doing things like math facts, just working on math facts with them and running through, or maybe a particular area that they're having issues with in math. They might want to go through that, the division, whatever it is. Lots of times teachers have manipulatives or more things that they want to work with the student with, but if they have the whole class, it's hard for them to get that one-on-one time. So having volunteers come in and do that really helps so much.
Sort of like the kinds of things that a lot of times parents are doing with their own children at home.
Exactly.
It's that kind of thing, sort of the repetitive, which is so valuable to teachers. And at this point, like I said, the rigor's increasing, and they sort of already know which kids need what kind of help.
And some people, it depends on what your background is and what you like to do. Because if you're someone who's very artistic and you love doing those type of things, but maybe you're not as comfortable working one-on-one with a child, great, because guess what? All of those bulletin boards need to be done. And if you took that off the plate of a teacher just for 1 month or 2 months, I know how much they would appreciate it, because that was something I like to do. And my daughter will do that sometimes in her children's school. She'll go in and actually do the bulletin board for the teacher, and it's just something they can really concentrate on the curriculum. They don't have to think about how am I going to do that or what do I want to change, because they want to keep the room fresh for the students.
Right, and this is making me think back to when I was in a school. This is the time of year where usually in those winter months they try to come up with some new bulletin boards or some fresh, exciting ideas. And then also the Read Across America is coming, so that's the kind of thing that would require a bulletin board. And you sort of want to keep keep the kids going.
Right, and
keep their
most of
energy
our
up.
Schools have stations that children work within. You know, so when a teacher might be working with a reading group, other children might be at a writing station, or different stations within the room, and this is the time that they all need to be freshened up. They have new things they want to put in there. So if a volunteer could come in and help the teacher do that and help put those new materials, they may even say, could you go and pull new books from the media center so I could kind of have new books for my students to read while they have downtime, something like that.
Right, right. And you know, I mentioned third grade, but I'd hate to neglect middle school and high school, because I know I just saw something from my own kids' school. They're always looking for volunteers.
Exactly.
Always looking for ways, and they sometimes even do those pull-outs and just extra work, but also just making the school look fresh and new and exciting to keep everyone going through the winter months.
Right, and certainly at the middle school and high school level, many of them have those programs where parents can come in and make the copies, because that's such a huge help for teachers, or do little jobs the teachers will, you know, leave for them. They can assist the office staff, because the office staff oftentimes have things that are going on. It could be with testing materials that they need something done with, or just things that have to be pushed out to all parents, so they need them counted out for groups, anything like that.
Right, there's so many different opportunities. It's amazing, and just even things like I love when our PTA asks for people to bring in goodies for the teachers on the days where they're doing different activities or PD or something like that. So there's so many different ways that families can really connect with their schools. And it's win-win, because it's great for the school, but it's also great for those families, because
as a volunteer,
they're learning more about their child's
people
education.
Always tell us when they're volunteering that they always get more out of it than they think they've given. So I think that's a great place for us to end. And we hope that as you're watching this, you'll think about volunteering, and maybe you're already volunteering, but you have friends who aren't, or relatives that you could recruit, because we're always telling people we need recruiting. We need people out there to do that for us. So thank you so much for joining us today. Think about volunteering, and we're going to put up the information for you to contact us, or certainly contact a school that is close to you that you'd like to go in and volunteer. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Today I come to you with exciting news about school meals. School meals offer students a healthy school breakfast and lunch. Every day, students are offered unlimited choices of fresh fruits and vegetables. Students are encouraged to select up to 2 cups of fresh produce each day at lunch from our unique salad bars. You may also monitor your child's school meals online at My Payments Plus. This is a convenient tool we offer to all parents to make managing your school meal accounts a simple process. To learn more about My Payments Plus, simply visit www.mypaymentsplus.com or call 877-237-0946. Each year, families have the ability to apply for free or reduced price meals. The application to apply is online. Parents, you may log on to applyformeals.aacps.org. The process is fast, easy, convenient, and it's accessible from any computer. Remember, if you received meal benefits last year, you must complete a new application each school year. Thank you for this opportunity to provide you this valuable information pertaining to school meals. School meals fuel your child's brain and body for academic excellence. If you have any questions regarding the healthy school meals offered, please contact me at 410-222-5900.
The new kindergarten, first, and second grade curriculums are designed to engage students in a variety of learning opportunities that involve collaboration, conversation, and creativity. One learning block that is devoted to movement and healthy minds and bodies supports a cooperative classroom and a feeling of connectedness. In Move, 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 Healthy Minds and Bodies, activities support oral language development and prepare the brain for new information. The use of repetition and movement offers an opportunity to review content across various learning blocks. The positive effects of physical activity on the young brain provides a focus and a readiness to learn.
Ready?
Ask your child how Move, Move, Move helped them learn today.
Run! Excellent, boys and girls.
Anne Arundel County Public Schools has 2 centers of applied technology, Cat North and Cat South. Students who attend one of the 7 high schools in the northern part of the county would attend Cat North, and students who attend one of the 5 high schools in the southern part of the county would attend Cat South. Both centers offer innovative hands-on programs that provide students with industry certifications, college credit, and apprenticeship credits.
I chose to come to Cat North because this offers a more in-depth field. This is more hands-on, you get more work done. It looks better with colleges, it looks better on a resume, you get more opportunities.
We get the same credits for being here that we would get in high school, but these are fun credits.
You can read about anything and you can think that you know more about it, but until you actually do it, it's a completely different experience. I've been learning about nutrition since I was in 6th grade, and I've never understood it more than until I've walked in this kitchen.
It pushed me to look forward more in my future, to give me more motivation, saying, you know, you can do it.
Students come to Cat South and they understand the small classes, they understand one-on-one instruction, they understand hands-on activities.
I get more attention from the teacher because this is a smaller classroom and I can be interacted with, and if I have a question, I can get direct assistance from my teacher at all times.
The most rewarding thing being a teacher is the fact that I can instill a lot of pride in the hearts of the students for a job well done.
They're learning academics in a small classroom setting that are going to prepare them for their future.
The purpose of education is to create citizens that are productive in the workforce.
Cat North provides students with a unique opportunity with the hands-on learning styles, state-of-the-art equipment, the more personalized and smaller classes, and the opportunity to really not just learn about a trade, but actually to learn the trade itself.
Cat South will allow me to advance to take my state board test so that I can become licensed as a cosmetologist.
Now I know exactly what I want to do, and Cat North pretty much just guided me in the right path.
I can work my way through college doing this, and it's a great opportunity to learn things.
They really, really look forward to leaving our program with certification in the career path that they've chosen.
The partnership that we have with Anne Arundel Community College, in which they can earn college credits that are proficiency credits, is also a great opportunity.
Our business partners are the people that actually drive our programs. They keep us abreast of what's happening in the industry, what the standards are, and making sure that we do see our standards coming through our students.
We found that hiring from the program, we get a better employee that wants to stay here. They grow with us, we grow with them, and the benefit is mutual.
I already have a job opportunity out in the field, and it's really a great reward you get out from this program.
It's a great learning experience. You know, if you want to take what you've learned here and go on to any tech school, you have a lot of, basic knowledge.
You get certifications, and that'll help me with jobs, pursue my career as an automotive technician.
It's preparing me for real work when I get out of high school.
It's real-world industry experience that you just can't get anywhere else, and it really prepares you for the outside world and for post-secondary school.
I'll be closer to being able to get a job and getting into a career.
When I graduate, I'll be more college and career ready.
The only thing I'm going to regret is when they have to kick me out of the door in this place.
Centers of Applied Technology are where students can turn passions into professions. For more information, feel free to contact us by phone or visit our website.
I'm Corporal Gamble with the Anne Arundel County Police. In regards to school safety, there are certain items that are not allowed in school. Weapons, anything that can be construed as a weapon, cannot be brought to school. Things like switchblades, knives, anything with a sharp point, fingernail files, guns of any sort cannot be brought to school. Also, illegal drugs, prescription drugs, unless they are issued by the health room, cannot be brought to school. Tobacco products of any sort, alcohol, anything of that nature is not something that you can have in school.